It has been 9 months, and to some, not doing something for that long might not be much, but for myself, it's felt like an eternity. We sold our first house to get into the new one we're in now. We ended up going through a contractor nightmare, which is like a totally different story for another video. Turned to YouTube to learn a bunch of stuff, how to get things done in the house, and with help from my friends and family, we got it done. But the biggest thing for me was that I needed to pull back from my channel to focus on that specifically, which obviously is a priority, but it's also a bummer as well because I couldn't really focus on the channel. You know, having a passion is great, but I'll tell you, when you can't just do what you really love to do, it'll start messing with your head. In this video, I want to give you guys 3 lessons that I've picked up throughout that like 9-month situation, and hopefully you guys will get like a little nugget out of it. Totally different type of video, no like shooting, no nothing like that, but I hope you guys can get a sense of what I went through, what I've learned. Maybe you guys can just take it with you in your own journey. First thing I want to talk about is that it is okay to take a break. For me personally, I didn't want to take a break. I didn't want to stop creating content for the channel. But one thing I did notice was that if I wanted to keep focusing on the channel and also trying to make a home for my family, it was not going to work out. I would be doing a half job with the channel, and that's something that I don't want to do. So I just figured taking a break and focusing on the family, because obviously that's important, them first, and then the channel will eventually come back to life. The next lesson was that I started to compare myself to others even before the break, and that was something that I noticed that I don't like doing, and I've always even mentioned in other videos to stop comparing. Well, I started to go through that, and yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing, and that starts to mess with your head. And there's nothing wrong with looking at what they're doing and being inspired by that, but when it starts to kind of mess with you and starts to bring you down and give you a little bit of a discouragement, that's kind of like a road that you don't want to get into. And I started to see myself go through that before like putting a halt on the channel, and also during the 9 months where I just felt like I was just gonna throw everything out the window. I was gonna throw the camera. This mic, maybe not this mic. I like this mic. If you have friends that are on YouTube, like, it's totally cool to look at what they're doing and, you know, cheer them on and see what they're doing and learn from them. Comparing to other people's channels was kind of like, honestly, it was a waste of time and energy. Very last lesson, which to me is super important, something to think about when you're starting your channel and all that, is don't let money be the driver for making your channel. That can definitely bite you in the butt later down the road, especially if your passion isn't behind it. One thing coming in back into this channel, I was really focusing on how can I, you know, build a business out of this? Are there ways for me to do it? And had a really good conversation with a friend of mine last week actually, and he kind of broke me down a little bit. In a good way, you know, he opened my eyes a little bit. Me and myself as a content creator focus on creating content and creating and building an audience and giving them value. The money will come after, which I totally get it, right? It's just the fact that I was a little discouraged on like the fact that I took that break, and I was like, man, I really want to make like money out of the channel, which I do, but I can't let that be like the top priority, because the main priority in this channel is being able to serve you guys and give you guys value with different types of content, and hopefully you guys will learn something from it. And I know the monetization and, like, you know, building the business through this will eventually happen, but you know what, no rush, you know, because I want to enjoy the process. I don't want to jump from A to Z. I want to go through like the rest of the alphabets. B2, you know what, the XYZ, that one, wow. I hope these 3 lessons help you in some way. I know it's not like a photography tutorial or video, but I hope, you know, you get something out of it. I'm just really excited to be back finally in front of a camera talking to you guys, and I'm just pumped, like super pumped, and I'm just excited to see what the rest of the year unfolds. You know, it's gonna be cool. Thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for you guys that have joined the journey, to been watching the videos. Till next time, stay awesome, stay fresh, keep creating. Peace.